All right. Ciryl Gane versus Alexander Volkov. Okay, so apparently I heard through the grapevine that Ciryl Gane asked Tom Aspinall to fight, which would be a compelling matchup. But right now with Tom Aspinall, he should be fighting for a title soon. I think that should be his next fight, whether Jon Jones has the belt or not. Ideally, in a perfect world, I'd like to see Tom Aspinall along with Jon Jones in the octagon, just because that beef needs to be settled. That question needs to be asked. Can Jon Jones beat Tom Aspinall? Because if he can, no doubt about it, he is the GOAT. No one's going to stop him. But if there's one guy that could stop him, Tom Aspinall is the dude. Obviously I see Tom Aspinall beating Gane, and he already beat Volkov. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think he's more than paid his dues with earning a title shot. Shouldn't settle for anything less. But right now we got Gane versus Volkov. And Volkov has had kind of a late resurgence in his career, especially, against Pavlovich, where he, fought the smartest fight, where, Pavlovich was the scariest guy at heavyweight for a while, knocking everybody out. Even what he did to Curtis Blades was super impressive. So that's why I kind of saw him beating Tom Aspinall. But after the Tom Aspinall fight, everything's kind of gone downhill. Volkov overtook him, so he's the scary Russian in the heavyweight division again versus Ciryl Gane. And this is just a perfect striking matchup. They both have dynamic strikes. Who's better at this? We don't know. Now, can Volkov sneak up and take this? Seeing this resurgence, there's a possibility that if he beats Ciryl Gane, maybe Jon Jones calls out Volkov and ignores Tom Aspinall just to troll and rage bait everybody. But if Ciryl Gane wins, it's like, I already beat that guy, so why not? So with Ciryl Gane, though, again, he moves really fast for a heavyweight. There's really not a whole lot to say about this fight, but it does show who's in the mix next for either an interim title fight or a championship fight at heavyweight, because we all know that Tom Aspinall is the defending interim champion, which I think is honestly bogus. But, look, if Jon Jones wants to vacate the title and go for an Alex Pereira fight, let him do it. Honestly, I think that's probably, the UFC is going to do it, make favorable matchups for him. I just feel like, I've seen so much petty stuff that I'm ready to accept more petty. Now, obviously, I think the crowd should keep preaching Aspinall a little bit louder. But honestly, if, let's say Volkov versus Gane, it happens, winner of that fights Tom Aspinall for the vacant heavyweight title, that would be a perfect world. But it's probably going to lead to another interim title fight against Tom Aspinall because, Jon Jones is, I don't know how soon we're going to see him back in the octagon or who's going to face him next. But all I could say is it's just it's probably going to be a while. I would say maybe another year if I'm looking at it through the worst case scenario. Hopefully he gets back in there. He looked pretty healthy in that Stipe fight. But, there's a pattern to Jon Jones right now where it's okay, if he's injured or he steps out, another interim title fight, which could probably lead into this. But I would like to see the winner of this fight Tom for a vacant heavyweight spot if Jon Jones doesn't step up. Just because these two guys, Gane has been pretty top of the division for a while. Only really lost to the best of the best that heavyweight has to. And Volkov, with his resurgence, this is kind of like the Movzar versus Sterling of heavyweight, except it's with strikers instead of grapplers, where it's right outside that top echelon. It's right before the top of the mountain, before it starts to get a little freezing. But it is a high-stakes fight, and it does keep the division moving. So you know what? I'm looking forward to it. Now, who do I think wins? I don't know. How moralized is Ciryl Gane going to be? How hungry is he going to be? Because if he's just really burnt out at his core, Volkov's resurgence is probably going to continue, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Later.